5. Chapter 4 was social fitness. That's the title of chapter 4. Just talking about the ability to make and maintain relationships. That's what social fitness is. Just like physical fitness, emotional fitness, spiritual fitness. The test of our social fitness is our ability to create new relationships and maintain existing ones. So it's our ability to maintain connections and also to create new connections. If we are able to the extent to which we are able to do that is the extent of our social fitness, how fit we are socially, how fit we are in a social setting. Right? We might be physically fit, does not mean we're socially fit. We might be spiritually fit, does not mean that we're socially fit. It takes a different thing to be socially fit from what it takes to be physically fit or spiritually fit. So that's why we went into understanding what that is. And the funny thing, as you begin to study and prepare for this and do this, you find out that this is something that is not just, it's not strange. It's being used in military circles as part of their training. They understand the importance of social fitness, to have a soldier that is vibrant, a soldier that can do its job. You need that soldier to be someone that can relate, because when it comes to doing things, or meeting goals, it takes a team, right, to do a better job. Right? One person can do so much, right, but a team, two, can do much more. Is that place where in Ecclesiastes the scripture tells us, right, that two are better than one, three are better than one, four are better than one. A team is better than one. Right? You can do so much as a person, but you need a team, right, to win the war. Right? You can win battles individually, but you need a team to win the war of life. And the war is more important than the battle. The battle has its place, but the battle is for the essence of winning wars. You don't fight battles for the sake of battles. You fight battles for the sake of winning wars. Right? And to win a war, you cannot do it alone. God did not create anyone to win the war of life on his or our own. We need other people in our life to win the war of life. We might be able to win the battle of life on our own, but it takes connection. It takes connection with other people to win the war of life, irrespective of who you are. Irrespective of where you are, you need other people in your life, right? So we're going to run through that what we shared in chapter 4. Then in chapter 5, it's attention to relationship. The word attention there is the word nurture, to wait on, to take care of relationship. That reminds me of one of my old worker, who just thinks that all you have to do is just plant something and it will be on its own, just work. He didn't understand what it meant to give attention to that thing that you plant. Sounds more like a lot of poor people. They just assume, que sera, their life will work by magic. Somehow, their life will work. That's why they are poor. That's why they're always complaining. Oh, it's the government. It's Tinubu. Oh, it's this one. Oh, if this one is there, if that one is there, right? Their center of control is outside of themselves. They don't have an internal center of control. They don't have an internal locus of control. They're always thinking the problem is outside of themselves. The problem is in other people. They are like the proverbial person that Jesus spoke about. They're always looking at the sawdust in other people's eyes, and they miss the log of wood in their own eyes. No wonder they cannot see far. They cannot see well. Right? It's what you give attention to that will prosper. It's what you give attention to that will blossom. It's what you give attention to that will give you the harvest that will surprise you. that will flabbergast you. Life does not work by accident. Life is a result. Life is a result. It's a result of the input you put into it. You sow, you water, you nurture to get the result that will change your life. To get the result that will take you from one level to another, right? You have to nurture, you have to water, you have to nurture, you have to water, you have to nurture, you have to water, you have to nurture, you have to water to get the result, right? So